Hi guys, Mrnewmobile here. Apple iPad mini 6 release date, price and specs. Please subscribe followed by the bell. You can also keep up on Facebook, Twitter by clicking the links in the description. The iPad mini most recently got a refreshed design in 2015 with its fourth iteration, while the device did receive a minor update in 2019 with the A12 Bionic chip, a True Tone display, Bluetooth 5.0, and Apple Pencil support. The iPad mini appears to be overdue for an update once again. A recent report from Mrnewmobile, citing supply chain sources in China, said that the next iPad mini will have an 8.4-inch display, up from the current 7.9-inch screen size. This was suggested by analyst Mrnewmobile as early as May 2020, and has been echoed in subsequent months by other sources. The iPad Pro and iPad Air, which have in recent years shed their large bezels and home buttons for a more modern all-screen design, the 6th generation iPad mini will reportedly stick with its current design language. Mako Takara's report explains that the iPad mini will enlarge its display by reducing its bezels, but it will look similar to the iPad Air 3, with a Touch ID home button, large top and bottom bezels, and a Lightning port. This approach is also rumored to extend to the upcoming 9th generation low-cost iPad, which is expected to adopt a design that is virtually identical to the iPad Air 3. With no USB-C, a Touch ID home button, and an older front design, iPad mini fans may have to wait for a 7th generation device for the iPad Pro style design to trickle down to the smallest Apple tablet. Mako Takara believes that the refreshed iPad mini will see a March launch, so it could perhaps debut at an event in March if Apple has one planned. This also fits in with Kua's claim that the next iPad mini will come in the first half of 2021. In addition, Kua has said that Apple is working on an iPad mini with a mini LED display, but it seems unlikely that the iPad mini 6 would gain this significantly upgraded display considering that it has not yet come to any other Apple device. The iPad mini 6 will likely keep the $399 price we see in its predecessor. Apple has generally kept its tablets at the same price over the years, and the iPad mini starts with 64 GB of storage, which gives it a better value proposition against the 32 GB $329 iPad. The 256 GB iPad mini costs $149 more, at $549, and that price-to-storage upgrade pattern also looks to continue. The biggest bit of news from Mrnewmobile's reports is that the iPad mini 6 won't be so miniature. The new iPad mini is expected to have an 8.4-inch screen, according to Japanese Takara, which will be a sizable increase from the iPad mini 5's 7.9-inch screen. Was also suggested that the next iPad mini is one of the devices that Apple's considering using a mini LED screen which has all the display quality perks of OLED screens, without the decay issues on. But that was earlier in the year when Kua claimed this iPad mini 6 would be 7.9 inches and coming out in 2022. Things that feel as if they're not on the table anymore. We've also seen rumors of Touch ID fingerprint readers being used in the iPad mini 6, but we're not as optimistic, as they're not from one of the more reliable sources. The iPad mini 6 will feature an A13 processor, which makes sense as an upgrade from the A12 Bionic chips in the iPad mini 5. Notes the iPad mini 6 will continue the use of the Lightning port. This connector has been something of a contentious point among Apple rumors as of late. There's a lot of speculation Apple will kill the port off altogether in the iPhone 13, while the iPad Pro got the universal USB-C port. So there's a lot of folks out there thirstily speculating that the iPad mini 6 could gain a design that looks more like the new iPad Pro than the iPad with slimmer bezels and no home button. There's no reason to see those thoughts as anything beyond wishing upon a star. This 8.5-inch iPad mini doesn't sound like a device that will undergo a radical transformation. Just look at how the 9.7-inch iPad became the 10.2-inch iPad. The chassis just got a little larger. It's not hard to see why people want the iPad Pro's design for the iPad mini. It even opens the tablet up to supporting the magnetically docking 2nd gen iPad Pencil, which is much better than the 1st gen Pencil. These early iPad mini 6 leaks suggest that Apple's not resting on last year's update, and is looking to make the next iPad mini at least an evolution of the product. If in fact we see a mini LED iPad mini 6, the tablet would feel like a revolution over the previous edition, which was pretty good to begin with. But as long as we get a bigger screen that doesn't make the iPad mini much bigger, it's still the mini model after all. Along with a performance boost, the iPad mini 6 will be a worthy successor. What feature would you like to see in Apple iPad mini 6? Let me see your comment below, and if you are new here please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video. Peace out.